Great morning to the grind. Great morning to you. Great morning to you. Great morning to you, man. We get to get up another day. We get to get up another day. Chose us to have another opportunity to put the best foot forward, do the best we can, a little bit better than we did yesterday. For whatever reason, we're here today again. So we're grateful for that. This is the Grindology101 virtual podcast. I'm your guy, KeJohnna Owens, man. And every day, Monday through Friday, look to get up, encourage, inspire, motivate, and just share some positive content that can start your day off with some momentum. So they say it's early, but who says it's already 9 a.m. on the East Coast? So they're already up and on it. It's the West Coast. So if you ain't up, you got to get up. And then if you got to get up, you got to catch up. So today we're already on it. It's Winning Wednesday. Today is going to be an amazing day. I affirm that the right people are going to connect to each other. It's just going to click. It's just going to kind of just click for today. I don't know. It just feels like one of those magnetic kind of days. You're going to just attract the right people and connect the dots to success. So if you're up, hey, go on and get up. Go on and get to it. Put the best on your, put your best on your back, man. Put the best effort forward, man, and do a little bit better than we did yesterday. I believe that if we put the best of ourselves forward, the only thing we can get out of it is the best. So the other side is kind of like regret, if you will. We don't want to do no regret. So get up, get on it, make it happen. We'll see you on the other side. We look to motivate. Today is Winning Wednesday. I got some stuff I'm going to share with you, man. It's going to be exciting. Stand by. So today on Winning Wednesday, we can get this thing started off today, connecting the dots to success, meeting the right people, sharing the information. You or whatever you do today, I'll just put an extra oomph to your oomph today. But we got to get up and get it. So today, as we come back on the other side of this empowerment video, if you will, look to motivate and educate them, tell you about what we got going on today. So get up and get it for yourself, for your family, for your future.
One of the biggest contradictions of massive success is when people go to their moms, their dads, their brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend. They say, listen, one day the world's going to know who I am. One day I will have a Ferrari, the Lambo, the Rolls, the Bentley, the big house, the cars, the backyard with the big swimming pool and an elevator. I'm going to put the biggest parties. I'm going to be a millionaire one day. Yet, instead of staying at the office on Friday night, you call your friends and you go party. Instead of waking up Saturday morning to go to the gym, you sleep until 10 o'clock. Instead of reading the book on Sundays, you kick back and watch movies all day long. The reality is very simple. Those who win big, they do four things right. They sleep, sweat, grind, repeat. And they do it over and over and over again until their dreams become a reality.
If you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life, no matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's thrown at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%.
You still must grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me on a dark alley, run at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing. I was grinding.
Every single day when you wake up, you got two options. You can look at the clock and hit the snooze. You can look at that snooze button, boom. You can hit the snooze button and go back to bed and dream about what you want to have. Or you can look at that snooze button, kick that clock and get up and go pursue your dreams.
You need to walk through the mud and life, guys, if you ever want to get to the higher ground.
The higher ground is where you look in the mirror and have respect, and you went through the work, the sweat equity of it all. And the end product is something you travel, a legacy of life that you put your signature to, that means something. You're not speaking hollow words. You're backing those motherfuckers up with action.
That's what lions do. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunts. That's what we do for a living.
I still grind. I love to grind. If you're competing in one of my businesses, I'm going to kick your ass because I'm going to outgrind you.
You have to be willing to work in places people don't see.
While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working.
There's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you can have. So make that a motivation for you.
And mental toughness says, not only do I climb that doggone mountain, I enjoy climbing the mountain. I get a kick out the mountain. I get a kick out the weights. I get a kick out of fatigue. I get a kick out of the grind. I get a kick out of it. You take advantage of this opportunity. You let everything else go. You eat different. You study different. You practice different. We don't have forever. Let's not act like it. We're all going to die. And so I don't act like I'm going to live forever. So every opportunity I get, I murder it. Process driven. I love it. I'm about that life. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. When I want to get up, when I don't. When I feel like it and I don't feel like, why? Because I'm process driven. I'm not feelings driven. Champions are not feeling driven. Champions don't get up when they want to. And if we're going to be champions, process driven. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
Life is hard. See, it's hard when you are 49 years old, been working on a job for 17 years, and they come in and tell you you're finished and give you 1 week severance pay. And you got to start all over again. It's hard when you're married and raising children and your children are crawling and your husband dies unexpectedly. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard when you're working on something and you put everything you have in it and it doesn't work out. You lose your money and other people's money. It's hard. It was rough when I lost my job and I could not find a job. It was humiliating and embarrassing, borrowing money, and then I couldn't pay the money back when I told them I would. That's rough. How people look at you, how they respond to you. It's very hard. It's humiliating. Here's what I discovered that happens to you in life, that you will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. But after you go through it, and you get back and you look at it and you say, oh, now I understand why I needed that lesson. Have you ever happened to you? Raise your hand. Has it ever happened to you? That I couldn't understand it then. But after I got through it, then I saw that was preparing me for bigger and better things. As you go through the challenges of life and you look at it and embrace whatever comes to you, don't run from it. Step toward it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. See, most people want it easy. See, easy come, easy what? Easy go. See, but when you go at what you're going to deal with and you deal with the difficulties of it, when you handle those hard things close at hand, making those hard decisions right now that you don't want to make, learning those things that you don't like to do, but you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender and say, okay, all right, I cooperate, okay, I learned, okay. They had to wear me out a long time. So if it's hard, then do it hard. Now, how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? Les, you must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas. Unquestionably, you got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. that it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time, had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. You know that's how people are going to do you? So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People are going to do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. And when it began to happen, they stopped laughing. They said, look. Whoa, look here. Look how, hey, man, you know, I know you can do it. Look here, you got a job here? See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll. During those times when you failed and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. But you know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. People know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You knew it was hard, but you did it hard.
You knew it was hard, but you did it hard. You knew it was hard, but you did it hard. It's hard anyway. I did a show yesterday on we get to choose our own hard. Just like we get to choose the friends, we get to choose the places, we get to choose the scenarios, we get to choose. Do we want to look more to the situation or do we want to look more to the solution? The majority of people enjoy the situation conversation because it's comfortable. Everybody can relate to it. Winners, visionaries, people that want to get out of that pot of crabs, right? You want to get away. You want to get out of that, right? But in that pot, right? You see them drop those crabs in that pot. They start boiling. The crab almost got out. The friend, hey, it happens. We all understand it, but we get to keep trying. We get to put the effort. We get to put the energy toward what we want in our life, and we get to connect with other winners like ourselves. When we operate in that kind of a mental space, when you operate in that mental space, things start to happen around you. People start to come around you. People start to call you that you haven't talked to in a while. Calls for opportunities that you didn't think you'd have start to come around to you. Just positive environment mentally produces a positive environment spiritually, and physically, literally. You got to get around people that's doing some things a little bit differently. That's the key. If I could say it any other kind of way. So building, succeeding, winning, synergizing with other winners. So today, Winning Wednesday, put yourself around other winners and connect the dots to success. Put yourself around other winners. See, winning is also figurative. Winning is a process. Like you could win 10 championships. You're still winning. You haven't won. You still continue because life is more than that. So you continue. It's always a mission, to the next step. They say, once you get to the top of one hill, you're at the bottom of the next, right? So we're going to talk about the mentality of a winner. And what I'm looking forward to is talking to winners, the winners in the mind, want to win, and see a way that we can win together. Stand by. Here we go.
Some of you're not a helicopter. Some people, they like E.T. We helicopters. We just from wherever we are, boom, we take right off. Some of you like an airplane. You just need enough space. You need enough, just a couple things to happen for you, and boom, you take off. But some of you like a train. You're like a train. You start slow, and then you pick up momentum, and you pick up momentum. But once a train, I told you, gets to going, once a train gets to going, you can't stop it. People might have favorites, but life ain't tripping on who's successful and who's not. And the reason why many of you are not getting it is because you're not consistent, all right? You start and you stop. You start and you stop. You start and you boom, 2-3 weeks. 3-4 weeks, you start, you are fire started, you get pumped up, you start strong, and then somewhere in the middle you quit, then you start again. And so what happens is you have a little success, but you don't experience exponential growth because you're not consistent. We're not talking about what kind of day it is, if it's raining, if it's sunny, if it's snow, if it's below freezing. I don't care what's going on around you, because it's not what goes around you. It's not what happens around you that depicts or determines your success. It's what happens inside you. And you can't control the elements. You cannot control, but you can control your attitude and you can control your mindset. I don't care how you fall. I don't care what happens to you in life, what type of negativity happens. So when life happens to you in a negative way, if you fall on your back. Because if you fall on your back, you can look up. And if you can look up, you can get up. So forget about your past, what happened in your past, and make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you. Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts. Most of us don't like to do those things that come easy to us. You have something that you brought to the universe, and that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this, what I do well, and becoming the best at it and mastering myself and seeing what I have within me, if you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself. When you learn how to block things out, when you learn how to keep thine eyes single, you'll be surprised of the ideas that will come to you, of the people that you'll be able to attract, of the opportunities that you'll be able to see. You'll begin to see things that have been standing there looking you in the face saying, I can't believe this has been here all this time.
I have this saying, once the mind expands, it can't retract. You've been in rooms where people have shared with you something that you said, wow, I could really do that. That makes sense to me. That's a good move. That's a great idea. Then we come out of that room environment, right? Winning culture. We're around people thinking a little bit outside of the box. You're thinking of solutions rather than situations. And we go back to an environment where it's situation oriented, right? So we start to share a solution to the situation environment. And the situation environment is so strong that it will devour your solution with doubt. It will devour your solution with doubt, because we get to try to prove to someone what we saw that they didn't see, because we had the vision. If you have the vision, you have the vision. You can't expect for someone else to have the same vision that you have if you have the vision. It's like art. You start to paint. You may have a vision of what it is because you're drawing it and somebody is telling you what it should be, but they don't know what you're drawing. Now, as you continue, that's when they ask you, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why did you take that? Why did you join that? Why are you sign up for? Why did you? And all of those kind of things. That's the beginning. That's like the art. That's like your vision, your solution. And then as you continue to go forward, the next question they'll ask you, if you don't stop, is, are you still doing that? And here's what you have to ask yourself when you're receiving the information. Give the source, grade the source. Grade the source of the information that's telling you that your vision may not work. Right? So what's that source? So here they are to tell you, ask you, are you still doing that? And if you have had the confidence to continue, you're still going forward. You say, I'm still doing that. Now you give a report a little bit further along. You don't have to care whether or not they see it or not. The next question to ask, if you don't stop, is how did you do it? How did you do that? That's the only way it works. It's the only way it works. So here again, as it's Winning Wednesday, I'm going to share some stuff with you today about how we can make the connection to make a difference. And if you have that winning mentality, that's what I'm looking for. That's what you're looking for. Let's connect the dots to success. Stand by.
In order to be successful, you have to jump. It's the hard part. You got to jump. It's like you're standing on the edge of a cliff. If you don't jump, you can't be successful. The problem is, when you jump, you don't know if the parachute is going to open. It freezes you. But let me explain something to you. If you don't jump, here's the one thing that's guaranteed. If you don't jump, it ain't opening for sure. It don't open at all. There's no chance of you enjoying the ride. But now here's the deal when you jump. Listen to this. It ain't gonna open right away. The parachute, I promise you that. When you jump, it's not opening right away. And your parachute is success. When you experience success, it opens the parachute. And now that fall is now a ride. It's an incredible ride. Your view is different. Jump! You got to jump! What you waiting on? It's safe right here, but it ain't about nothing right here. Living is different from existing. If you want to live, you got to jump. Just jump out there. You got no life standing on this cliff, looking at everybody fly by, soar through the air like birds. You got to jump, man. If you ain't never jumped, you don't even know if your shoe works.
If you're not willing to risk, you can't grow. And if you can't grow, you can't become your best. And if you can't become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? You've got to be willing to do the things that others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. You got to work on yourself, develop your mind. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. You got to be hungry.
When you do want to give up, that's the time you got to go in hard. That's the time when you got to get that drive, that grind inside of you. And today may be that day you feel like giving up. But I'm telling you right now, you're about to step up to a new level. And nobody will be able to stop you once you go through this. Don't give up. Fight harder than ever. Show the world that you are going to be great. That the trials in life will push you forward.
If there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm.
Mr. Les Brown said, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. That means it's all mindset. It's all mindset. We've all been through some stuff anyway. Everybody in the world has been through some stuff. So we can get that big old elephant out of the room, but we get a chance. We're here today. We get a chance to decide, I'm going to take a step forward toward what I want in my life. I'm going to take a step forward toward where I want to be for my family after I go, whatever that might be. It's time to make that step. We're looking to connect with people just like that, just like you. If you have that winning mentality, that the attitude that, you know what? I can have what I want to have. I can design the life I want. I'm smart. I'm at least can grasp a concept. They pay me at work, and I work hard for work. Apply that same principle to yourself. If you're that kind of individual, you don't give away the value that you have to others and not get the value that you have for yourself. Don't give the value that you have to others and not get the value that you have for yourself. So that's what we're going to talk about. I would like to invite you to some valuable information today. I had to absolutely give a major shout out just the other day to amazing cool people that I've been able to connect with, that I want to also connect others to. It's all about making the right connections and sharing information that makes sense to others. Some way you synergize, you find that it makes sense. And if it makes sense, it makes good business sense. And we're looking to connect with people that think like that. Today, Winning Wednesday, we got 3 opportunities today to share this amazing business concept, business model on your own from home. Check it out on Zoom. We have 3 Zoom times today, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. Zoom in the other room. Now, if you have a mindset that I've signed up for this, that, then third, and the other thing, the deal is connecting with the right people at the right time, with the right concept, with the right integrity, with the right principle, with the right kind of support, tools, techniques, in an amazing time of right now where e-commerce is one of the most powerful business building tools in the world, because everything is online. So I like to say, if you're not online, kind of out of line. Let's get online. I'd like to invite you to catch us today at one of these Zoom times. You can text 909-686-1698 and text out access, and I'll get you some information about how to get the Zoom information. It's all free. Information is free. It's the price of not knowing that costs us. Remember that. Information is free. It's the price of not knowing that costs us. Text more information at 909-686-1698 to get the information of how we are making a difference around the world. It's amazing. We got some of the top leaders in the world. Honored to serve alongside them. Looking forward to seeing you in Zoom on Zoom in the other room, if you will. All right, it's been an amazing day. It's gonna be an amazing day. Already affirmed that today the right people are going to connect to each other. The right people are going to meet each other. The right thing is going to click. That thing you've been waiting on, the thing you've been working on, the thing you've been praying on, the thing today. We got to activate though. That's the part. Apply the work. The level of the work you do to the level of the faith you have. So get that done. Nothing works but the work. It's been an amazing day. Grindology101 virtual podcast. I'm your guy, KeJohnna Owens. I look forward to seeing you in Zoom in the other room, 8 a.m. this morning, 12 p.m. noon this afternoon, and 6 p.m. this evening. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Takes more info to 909-686-1698. Hey, nothing works but the work. Nothing works but the work. Let's do some fun work. We'll see you on the other side. Have a good one.